I'm going to say this and then I ain't going to say nothing else. This is going out to individuals, people who are 50 plus. But everybody needs to listen, okay? But the purpose of this video is for people who are like me. They're 50 plus. And you got things screwed up. You got things kind of wrong. See, listen, let me tell you this. If you are 50 plus and you are single, let me take my glasses off. You got a whole lot going on. And I don't care if you're famous. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're poor. I don't care if you own your own business. I don't care if you're still working a 9 to 5. I don't care if you're disabled. I don't care what the situation is. If you're already collecting Social Security because you've done turned 62, I don't care. If you are 50 plus, you need to listen to this video. And if you are the child or family member of someone who is 50 plus, especially if you are a child of a person that's 50 plus, you need to listen to this video. If you are married and 50 plus, you need to listen to this video. See, people not getting it. See, you're not getting the fact that you are 9 times out of 10 have more years behind you than you do in front of you. So, and you're already, if you're single and you 50 plus, you are already feeling invisible. You feeling like don't nobody love you. You cry a lot more, and every year you're gonna cry more. You're missing your mom, you're missing your dad, you're missing your parents if you done lost parents. And if you haven't lost your parents yet, God forbid, I ain't gonna say no more. But those of us who have, we know what that feels like. And even at our age, we know what that feels like. But you feeling lonely, you crying, you in the shower crying, and the people that are supposed to love you don't even know. Don't even know. Because they're so busy calling you and asking you to do this and asking you for that. And they're not seeing it. They're so busy jumping in their cars and driving away as fast as they can. And they're not seeing it. They're so busy asking you to watch the kids. They're so busy asking you, can you help them? They're so busy asking you for advice. And all of that is good. Because if you're a parent that loves your child, you'll do anything for them. I get that. Especially if you have a child that's good. If you have children that are good and respectful and handle you with care, you'll do anything for them. So there's no problem there. The problem lies when you have children who won't do anything for you, who won't call you, who won't look after you, who does not handle you with care. And on top of that, you're already feeling the feelings that I just described. That's when it's a problem. But yet, a lot of us that are 50 plus don't even want to meet anybody. And I ain't going to say it ain't nothing out here, because it's plenty out here. Those of us who are out here that are up in age, that are 50 plus, we're not choosing to be, a lot of them not choosing to be in relationships because, I don't know, I can't be in no relationship because I don't want to, I want to leave my children something. That's what a will is for. Live your life. Because that is what a will is for. And make sure in that will you leaving your stuff to your children and the people who you love that's worth it. Make sure they're handling you with care, and they deserve it. Because see, when we were raising our children, if you are in your 50s, if you are 50 plus, you grew up in the 80s era. You were a young adult in the 80s era. So parents make mistakes in moments. I always say that. We fail our children in moments. Even good parents fail their children in moments. I know I have. And then here you got a lot of these children, and I said it in one of my previous videos, a lot of these children are dragging the skin off of you because they know you feel guilty about some of the mistakes you made. But those were exactly what they were. They were mistakes. You were young. You might have gotten on drugs. You might have gotten on crack. You might have got out there. They might have gotten taken away from you, and it caused your children trauma. It caused them to be exposed to predators and things like that. And I mean, you are beating yourself up with guilt. And every time your child come to you, you say yes. And that's a guilty yes. That's not a yes that should be a yes, because they probably don't deserve it, because every time they get mad at you, they throwing up in your face, oh, you ain't raised me no way. I'm sick and tired of you. You did this and you did that and you. And why you think they doing that? They're doing it so they can get out of you what they want to get out of you. They're doing it because it's been working. You've been paying their bills. You've been watching the kids. You've been doing any and everything they need you to do or want you to do. They don't need you to do it because they're healthy. They can do it for themselves. But they're counting on you continuing to feel guilty so that they can use you and continue to drag the skin off of you. And you worried about what you're going to leave them? I'll leave them, but it'll be alone. You understand me? Because I'm not going, and I said it in a previous video, I'm not going to bring you in this world and you're going to disrespect me too. If you 50 plus, live your life. Ain't nothing wrong with crying. You crying because you're lonely. You're crying because you're sad. You're crying because you feel invisible. Ain't nobody paying attention to you. And ain't nobody getting that we are out here by ourselves feeling like this. And once again, I don't care whether you're rich, poor, black, white, I don't care. All of us feel the same. And if your children are not handling you with care, you're feeling it too. If your family members are not handling you with care, you're feeling it too. Get out here and don't be afraid to meet somebody. Don't be afraid. I don't care if you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I don't care how old you are. You're human and you got feelings too. And there's somebody out there for you. And don't be afraid if that thing go real good to get remarried. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't holler about my last kiss and I did all of that stuff and I this and that. Live your life. Live your life. God gave you a life. God built you, made you custom made. Live your life if you 50 plus, because I know exactly how you're feeling right now. I know exactly how you're feeling right now. Soon as somebody get upset with you, especially if you're online, first thing they holler is, what your old this, and you old, and you this, and hey this, and hey that, calling you all out your name and disrespectful. Those are children. Those are from people whose children were not raised right. And if you weren't raised right, and if things did happen in your life where you were traumatized because of whatever happened to your parents or whatever the case may be, that does not give you the right to be disrespectful to not your parents or to people who are not your parents. This is what 50 plus are going through right now. If you have a parent that's 50 plus and we out here and we single, call them once in a while. Check on them. To ask them out. Ask them, offer for them to go out to dinner with y'all. Come on over, mama or daddy, and have dinner with us. Hey, mom, hey, dad. And a lot of times we might not want to go because we stuck in our ways. And you know, we 50 plus. We might not want to go, but call anyway and offer. But you know what's even more beautiful? When you stop by. When you call and say, hey, mama, what you doing? Probably ain't nothing. And so if she's not, stop on by there. See her. Spend a little time with her. Make her feel great. Make your daddy feel great. Make your mama feel great. Ain't none of us perfect. None of us. Some of these fathers out here, y'all that's your dad. And you mad at your father. You don't know the whole deal. You don't know the whole story because your parents, your mom done put the father down and got him looking like he the worst and the dirtiest dog out here. And the man probably, maybe he did do all of those things that your mom said he did. Maybe he did, but he's not the same. He's not the same anymore. Won't you try? Won't you try? If he's in a home, a lot of men, they're talking about how a lot of men that are 50 plus, they're in homes by themselves. They're alone. They're in homes and they growing old in homes by themselves now. So you don't have to do nothing because you owe us nothing. We done raised you. It's your life. And a lot of times when y'all offer for us to do things, that child is offered 9 times out of 10, you ain't doing a whole lot of offering. You ain't doing a whole lot of calling. You ain't doing a whole lot of stopping by because you live in your own life. And that's okay with us. However, check anyway. We're going to 9 times out of 10 say, no, baby, that's your family. Go ahead on out with your family. But then, okay, if you have a movie night or something like that and you invite us, that's great. At least invite. At least invite us to dinner. At least invite us to the park. At least invite us to movie night. At least invite us. If we say no, fine. But then take time and stop by and see us and see how we doing and check on us and spend a little bit of time with us. And we love spending time. We love our in-law children. I love my in-law. I love my daughter-in-law. I love my son-in-law. But we also love to spend time with only our children sometimes. Sometimes. Y'all can understand that. Just sometimes. A lot of times, and we're going to ask about, your wife or your husband. What's that? How your baby? How your wife doing? Because if you have a close relationship with your in-law children like I do, then you're going to ask about them. But ain't nothing like spending time with your children, with your own children. Once in a while. Not all the time. Most of the time, you want to see everybody. But it's nothing like your child just coming and spending a little time with you and seeing you. And I said that. And it's true. It's the way we feel. We love our children, but we love our in-law children too. It's just sometimes getting a little time in with your children, it's great. And a lot of times, unfortunately, you got these, your in-law children are jealous of their mother-in-law and father-in-law. And we can't give our children what you can give them. So we understand that. But y'all got to come down off of a lot of the stuff. Now, I want to talk to you if you're 50 and older and you're married. If you're 50 plus and you married and y'all living all separate, you living way over here in one room and he living way over there in another room and y'all fussing and cussing every chance you get, y'all better get that thing together. You don't want to go out this thing alone. This thing called life, you don't want to go out here alone. Get that thing together. Stop all that fussing and cussing and remember when. Remember how you felt when you were together. Remember how you felt when you were kissing and hugging and loving. Try to reignite that stuff. And I don't care if you over 50. Get your butt into a marriage counselor if you got to. Go and meet and talk to somebody. I don't care. Talk to the people in the church. Do what you got to do. But don't be walking around that house knowing you ain't going nowhere and being miserable. And you got your partner right there. I'm telling you, anybody that's 50 plus and single, they will tell you. Try to fix that thing and make that thing and work that thing out. Because if you ain't going nowhere and you just going to live out the rest of your life, why you going to be miserable? You may as well try to fix it. Fix what's broken. And 9 times out of 10, what's broken is so far in the past and you still mad. And you still fussing and cussing about something that you upset about. Maybe he was a Rolling Stone. Maybe he was out there, baby. Maybe every chance he get, he was a flirt. Maybe you was something you weren't supposed to be. Maybe you was out there cheating, doing everything you was big and bad enough to do too. Because all of us women, we ain't innocent. We're not innocent. And why? The only reason a lot of you are holding stuff over top of your man's head because of the mess you done did. I said it. I said it. And you trying to beat the hell out of him over the stuff that you've done, over the stuff he's done because of the stuff you've done. You know I see you. You know I know. Fix that thing. Fix that thing if y'all still together. And go out this thing called life in a better way, in a better respect for one another, showing honor to one another. Because you ain't going nowhere. Now, if you're going somewhere, get on about your business. But if you're not, fix it. Fix it. 50 plus, I'm going to tell you, we have it rough. We got it rough to a certain extent. But I'm going to tell you this, baby. Live your life. You got one shot at this thing called life. Live it. If you meet somebody, meet them. Don't worry about what you leaving your children and this, that, and the other. That's what a will is for. And make sure they're worth it. Make sure they're worth leaving your hard-earned stuff. Your hard-earned, it's material things, sure is. But make sure if you're leaving your hard-earned money to these children that have grown in your body, that you have shared your body with, you better make very sure that they are worth it. And if they're not worth it, don't you be afraid to make other changes and do other things. Don't you be afraid to leave it to that favorite niece. Don't you be afraid to leave it to one of your organizations that's helping people, some charity organization, don't you be afraid to do that. Because if your children are not handling you with care, they do not deserve to be handled with care after you are gone. You hear me? So that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to say something to people that are 50 plus, because we're going through. We're crying once in a while. Our hearts are broken once in a while. We're missing our parents. We're lonely. We're sad. We happy. We're happy in some moments. You know, when we see y'all, we love you up on y'all. And y'all, that's what y'all see. See, that's what y'all see. Y'all see us loving up on you. Oh, hey, baby, how you doing? Oh, my baby coming. Mother's Day and Christmas and Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day and all of those things for the parents that get honored during those times. You know, we love it. We enjoy seeing y'all. We enjoy coming to some of the cookouts and things like that. But it doesn't set aside the fact that once you get 50 plus, you begin to feel invisible. So my only advice to you and the people, if you're 50 plus, if you're a child of somebody who's 50 plus, if you're a favorite niece or favorite nephew of somebody who's 50 plus, if you're 50 plus and single, if you're 50 plus and married, let me tell you something. Live your life. Live your life. You got one shot at this thing called life that we know of. Live your life. And at the very end of the day, like the young lady says, at the end of the day gonna end. What's her name? Glorilla, Glow something. But I like the kid because I listened to one of her interviews on Club Shay Shay, and I like the kid. And, you know, I ain't got nothing to do with her music. I don't listen to her music, but I like that kid, okay? So I'm going to say this, and at the end of the day gonna end. And that is what you need to be concerned about. The fact that the day is going to end. Have an amazing day.